I parked here at this cycle track in this town. There's this bike lane down an old train line. There was a toilet, drinking water, eau potable. There were even plugs if I needed them, bins, picnic table, and shelter from the rain, which quite a few people were using. The bike path heads between these two places. It's around 120 kilometers long in total, but I wasn't going to cycle all of it. I just did 50 kilometers in one direction and 50 kilometers back. So from that town all the way down until I hit a section of gravel somewhere down there. Anyway, crossing this bridge, it looks more impressive from afar rather than on it, but anyway. And it wasn't just a straight path. At every junction there were these wooden barriers to make sure people didn't just fly into danger. Onto the next bridge section of this old railway line, and the view from head height was alright, I guess, and the view from afar is probably a bit better. Google Maps doesn't let me go full screen anymore, which is a pain. And the other feature other than the bridges were a few tunnels, not many. This one had lights which came on automatically, which I loved. I'm gonna edit this video so you can't see how long that tunnel is. It was pretty long and pretty cold. Just a feature of this bike path was every road crossing, these barriers keep people safe. It does slow the cycling down a touch. And then here's a hyperlapse, just cruising. It's really nice countryside, peaceful, smooth, dead good. And in this section I went the wrong way because you meant to go to the right. Apparently I didn't see a sign. I saw an arrow pointing this way, the diversion. I thought it was for the cars. I still think it's for the cars. And this bit looked like a bike path, so I thought, okay, cool. And it's looking very bike pathy, isn't it? And you can see in my Strava route that I didn't go out and back the same way. I went a bit off track here. And what was funny is I ended up in some little village and she was like, "You're looking for the bike path, aren't you?" So I can't be the only one who has made that mistake. Even on the way back, I helped some people find the right path. A lot of the woods were nice when the sun was out, and the woods were nice when the rain was heading down as well. It's a cool bike path. Be cool to do a hyperlapse of the whole thing one day. But me staying in my van, it wouldn't be possible to do a whole 120 and 120 back. Well, it would be possible, but it'd be an insane day and I had work the next day. So I did 50 and then hit this gravel section, and my bike has hookless rims and they pinch flat like so easily, it's awful. So I'm not riding gravel on my road bike. The gravel sections aren't marked on any maps or anything. Little cat, just waiting for the cat to choose when to jump out the way. And then in this area of France, it's May and it rained every single day. Anyway, the way back, another bridge, another horse, some more greenery. This cool double bridge set up, views of a river into a tunnel. Cool stuff. And some of the road crossings, this is a 90 km/h road, so quite dangerous. And then these signs, you're saying look out, and there's nothing, so you have to keep your eye out, like, is it going to be nothing or is it going to be a dangerous road? And then just a few, these are the average kind of people who ride on these bike paths. So a lot of people bike packing. That's probably the best way to do this bike path, actually, rather than an out and back. A few families doing an out and back as well. and then reaching the other end. Oh no, not yet. Reaching the other end, so we're gonna cycle across my way through some barriers, and then the tunnel again. Right, through the tunnel with its automatic lights. I love it. That's super cool for cycling infrastructure. Out the tunnel, another road crossing, and yeah, I managed to get lost about 3 times on a train line. It was crazy. Anyway, back across the bridge, up the hill, and then now reaching the end of the line where it hits gravel again. And the person pushing is pushing towards the tunnel, which is closed, which isn't the way to go. You're meant to kind of go up to the right and around it. I went back to my car and then explored this section. So there's the building and the gravel section. And over there apparently is a tunnel which is closed, built in 1882 or something. Here's a deer. Anyway, the tunnel is closed because there are bats living in there. It's a man-made tunnel, so it should be for people, I think, but it's closed for bats. So I went to go and have a look to see if it was really closed or if you could get in. And I just cut down from the main road. A little bit more complicated than I was suspecting, and indeed the tunnel was, as I had seen on the internet, it's closed. Here's the news article, the most recent one about it, 2023, closed, blah blah blah, 2 kilometers long, something about bats, 2.3 kilometers long when it's built. And someone said they went in there and there weren't any bats there, so let's just get it opened up. It would be really cool to go through a 2 kilometer long tunnel because people are just having to push around it. Beautiful countryside. I'd like to do the whole thing one day. But anyway, that was my bike ride on that Sunday afternoon.